Hey guys, Shane here. So I just thought I'd make this video as I'm working on the prep work for an upcoming figure painting tutorial. So you have a bit of a sneak peek. I'm working on a scale 75, 135th scale German filled gendarme, which is their military police. I probably pronounced the last part wrong, but well. And as I'm working here on the face, I thought I would make a video, which is something I was kind of debating about, and I just thought I'd throw in my 2 cents, because a lot of YouTubers at the moment are migrating, and they're migrating to a place called FidMe. You will be very pleased to know I am not moving. I'm staying here on YouTube, and I'm going to explain why and where you guys can come in, and the reasons why other YouTubers are moving to FidMe, because I imagine it's a reason that a lot of people who aren't owners or creators of channels are probably ignorant to, and understandably so, because it doesn't only affects really people who run channels and what's happening and why they're leaving. And so at the moment, a lot of YouTubers on multiple communities, not just us, but a lot of very big names, are currently either boycotting Google, who runs YouTube, or they're moving over and either quitting it or setting up secondary channels on FidMe, and quite a few of our scale modelling channels are doing the same. Now, my reasons for not going across is I think it's unnecessary for one reason, but there's one chief one, at least not so much in our community, but in the YouTubing world as a whole. And the main one is to do with YouTube's revenue, like demonetization algorithm, basically. So, we monetize our channels, you guys get those annoying 3-second videos at the start. You guys, it's kind of common practice now. People got very annoyed when that first came in a couple of years ago. However, those annoying videos would come up and we would get a slight cut of each video that was watched with an ad on it. It's not a lot, especially not for a channel as my own and many of the other scale modeler YouTubers, because we don't have massive, we don't get, with the exception of one or two, don't get like hundreds of thousands of hits per video. We're lucky if we get even a fraction of that, whereas bigger gaming channels will get several 100,000 hits in 48 hours. That's just how they roll. We're a different ball game, and obviously you get a cut, and the more viewers you got, the higher your cut was. However, because of what happened with several big YouTubers and just the nature of the internet, we had the Adpocalypse, when Google decided that we were too much of loose cannons as a community as a whole, not just the scale modelling world, but the entire YouTube community was too much of a loose cannon and needed to be regulated. And how they did that was they created a algorithm, or an AI, if you will, even though I know that's not exactly what an algorithm is, but they came up with a system that would basically scan your videos for certain keywords, and if your channel had any of those criteria or variables, you were demonetized or you were reduced in what you could make. And how much or how little you made was really at Google's discretion, and to the point where they wouldn't tell you exactly how much you're owed to begin with. And basically what that meant was, and also if your subject was history, and in particular military history, you got nailed. So that kind of brings it back into our spheres, because at the end of the day, we do military history subjects for the most part. So you'd go from making, not a lot of money, but enough just to pay for, a couple of brushes a month, or pay for a model kit if you're doing very well a month, to making nothing, absolutely nothing. You go from making, maybe 70 or 80 euro a month to making €5 if you're lucky, and that's how it's gone. Which was fair enough, because that wasn't a big deal breaker for me personally. I have a few collaborations set up with different places that allow me to build stuff that I want to build and stuff I think you guys would enjoy. So, I can get my hands on kits in certain ways. However, on FidMe, and this is why a lot of these guys, because I've digressed, so let's go back on topic. The reason why a lot of people are moving over to FidMe is how their revenue system works is very different to Google's, and in particular YouTube's. So instead of just putting your ad at the start of a video, on FidMe, should I say, they use a system called the subscription system. So if you were to subscribe to my channel, if I did set up a FidMe, what it would actually mean is that you're going to pay FidMe a small rate per month. I believe it's like $3 a month or something like that, maybe a bit less. I'm not entirely sure what it is. And a percentage of that would go to me and a percentage of that would go to FeedMe. And in that case, then, you support the channel that way. Now, you don't have to pay to watch a channel on FeedMe. You could also just follow that channel. So there's two options. You either subscribe or you pay a small fee, which is basically you become that channel's Patreon, or you just follow them and you watch for free. So you have options that way. And, a lot of people will try to argue, no, you guys don't have to watch ads if you don't want to. Yeah, but they want you to subscribe to them and, just become their patron anyway. So it's the same thing, Whereas on YouTube, either I monetize a video or I don't. And, you get 3 seconds of inconvenience if you're that way inclined. However, the fact that the monetization is more or less a thing of the past on YouTube now. And what I mean by that is you only make a couple of cents per 1,000 video or so if you're even lucky to do that. And you can make different money by different videos, even if they have the same viewer count. So it is not merely per hit that makes a little bit of revenue for your channel. It's really whatever Google decides they want to give you. And that wasn't really a problem for this channel. And, and it still isn't to a certain degree. We'll come to this now in a few minutes. Because, guy, I'm sure the more acute of you're he's building up to something here, and you'd be right, but there's a reason for it, and I feel it's a good reason. And that is, really up until a week ago, things were going very swimmingly for this channel and for me personally in life. Until literally last week, I started a college course that's going very good, and I'm trying to get my career refocused. I'm trying to get my life really where I want it to be, and to do that I had to go back to college. And the quick and short of it was, I thought I would be allowed to apply for a grant. I thought I would be eligible for a grant. And right up until literally 3 days ago, I thought I was going to actually had that grant. And then I was told I do not have that grant. Now, luckily, with the limited income I have, I can just about pay my college fees if I break them into installments, which is great. But it means that every bit of my resources that I make, again, because I don't make a lot of money, I'm on a very low income, I basically just have to throw into college, because that's my future. That's my career is going to go. If I need to make this work. And that means, unfortunately, this channel it won't have the same level of resources available to it. I'll put every cent I can into it, but to be honest with you, I won't have a lot left. I won't be able to really run it to the same level as you guys are used to. And this is where you guys can come in if you so choose. And again, only if you so choose. And this is by no means me begging or groveling or even ordering or trying to threaten you or make you think I'm going to shut down this channel if I don't get my way, because that's not going to happen. This channel is going to run to the best of my ability regardless what happens, because this channel is actually quite important to me. This community is important to me. I met some amazing and good people over the last couple of years, and I want to continue that. And this has really made this hobby special for me. So don't worry about that. However, about 6 months, a year ago now, I think, I set up a Patreon page for this channel. Didn't really plug it too much because there wasn't a need to. Again, I'm not trying to make a living off this. It was just as a hobby and just to help the upkeep of the channel, so I could basically invest more into the channel, get more equipment, more models, and then if things went well, kind of give back, give away nice stuff to you guys every now and then, just as a way of saying thank you for the support. And it was something I didn't really push because I mentioned it once or twice, but no one really bit. So however, the situation has kind of changed now, where it's a little bit more important that I get some level of support. And even if it means just making, because I did the maths, if literally I make about €60 a month, that I can run this channel fine. And it just takes the pressure off me a little bit trying to balance everything, because that's kind of the situation I'm in. And if you guys do choose to become Patreons of me, become my patrons, and you think I'm worthy enough for it, I will be able to give a bit back. I will be able to, do figure raffles, do, you guys pick a figure, I paint it, and then I raffle it off, and one of you guys can win it, or, on paint a figures can raffle them off, or do, like group tutorial sessions on a weekend with Patreons, things like that. We could come up with something just to say thank you to the people who have invested their time, their energy, and potentially their money in me and this channel. So if you guys feel that it's something you want to do. Again, you don't have to, and if you don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. You guys are great. You guys are great as it is, so don't worry about it if you don't want to. Do follow the link. It's going to be down in the description, and pledge on any level you want. There's several levels. One really going from $3 or €3 or $3, whatever it is, right up to a little bit higher, but it's really up to you. And also, you can stop at any time you want, so if you guys want to opt out, or your own circumstances change, or you feel the channel doesn't deserve anymore, by all means, I want you to stop, because at the end of the day, this is your money, and you're not on any obligation by anyone to have to do this. If you do, you have my most sincere and humble thanks. But anyway, guys, don't worry. The channel is not shutting down. We're staying here on YouTube, and I'm going to get back to painting this fellow, as I'm quite looking forward to painting up this figure, as it's a very nice and fantastic figure. So, guys, I hope this video didn't upset anyone. I feel it probably will, just because of the nature of it, and I hope it wasn't too grovelly either, because I'm just merely telling the truth as it is, and it is what it is, guys. It's life, is it not? And that's just how it goes. But we turned the best side out, and I'm gonna keep going with college and keep going with this channel, whatever happens, guys. So I do thank you for listening, and also just for your support of this channel up until this moment of time. I just want to say thank you again for making this channel what it is, and keep up the great support, guys. There's gonna be plenty more tutorial videos on the way, including a few really cool builds that I've been gathering parts and pieces for up until this moment of time. Thankfully, I did it now, because if I waited to do these builds in the new year, I don't think I could have afforded to do them. But so there's plenty to look forward to in the channel, and do keep an eye out for it. And regardless what you do or what you don't do, you have my thanks. So thanks for listening, guys. Stay safe. Have a great Halloween too. I forgot, we're on almost the Halloween weekend. I really hope you have a nice time, guys, and stay safe out there. Happy modeling, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.